red box, which means
we're recording.
Did you see?
No.
I tucked it.
Oh, that's what I thought. I didn't know if there was a new cord involved.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz Podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
I'm the mother grandmother.
And we are coming to you from Northern Vermont.
In our yarn studio.
Yarn dyeing studio. We are co-owners of the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn dyeing company. I don't know why company sounds so weird to me. Business?
I always say business.
Anyway, we dye yarn.
Doesn't matter.
And we're coming back. We are being consistent, y'all.
We just talked about it and we are being super consistent.
We're on the ball.
On it.
Watch. We won't be back for a month.
Because someone will get sick. Oh, why do we do this to ourselves?
Well, we have set ourselves up for success today because for anybody who watched our previous podcast, you will know it took us 3 tries. Everybody that commented, honestly, I texted Mom, I don't know, like a week ago or something, 'cause I was looking at the comments and we were both kind of having a tough day or something like that. And I was like, Mom, just head over to the comments. It's going to make your heart feel so good.
It was so nice.
And it did. And thank you so much to everyone that commented. I tried to get through to like at least heart the ones that I've seen. And I just went through ones that I haven't responded to, but I will do that. But
yes.
Yeah. I guess we could just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Always thank you. Always so grateful. Probably don't say that enough.
As we were reading the comments, I was like, I feel like we never...
I say it in real life all the time. I tell my friends and people in my life how grateful I am for them.
Yeah.
But I forget, I think we just get busy and I can't say forget. I always feel it. I also quite often think I say things out loud that I don't. A lot. I do that a lot. So thank you. We are so grateful. We're grateful for every order that comes across my desk. That sounds so official.
That's what I'm saying. Business, desk. Like, who are we?
I don't know.
This is not right. Where do we want to start?
I want to show them my desk.
Wait until you see what I'm staring at, what we're staring at.
It's my favorite. So I
candy jars.
Bought at Hannaford's. You can get them anywhere. I bought a box of these ball jars.
Oh, I need to get new ball jars.
I love having them. So I'm also all about putting things in jars.
It's very it's
very whimsical.
And you just feel very organized. I feel very organized when I put something in the jar.
I also feel like this is, for me, a Grammy thing.
Oh, yes. I mean, Grandma Phillip.
Not for Lily. Grandma Phillip, yes. Always had candies.
That little dish.
Always.
Always. It was a certainty.
Yes. So I feel like, sadly, Lily does not really like these kind of things.
I mean,
but
to
Charlie
be fair,
does.
Lily doesn't like a whole lot of anything.
Exactly.
She's very particular.
Yes, and being a feeder, that is really, it's a roadblock for me that I want to get through. I do try to always have a bread made for her because she just...
That's the thing.
Beams when she gets here, like, Grandma, you made bread. And I'm like, yep, just for you.
A lot of you commented that you were agreeing with our conversation about that constant need for escapism. So many great ideas that were suggested. Like, just get outside, because we had also been talking about how, I just wanted to be in the garden.
So close.
But even in the cold, that was a comment. Like, just bundle up and get out there. And honestly, I did go for a walk. I don't know, maybe the end of last week. And whoever commented it, I didn't look at the name. You were right.
Yeah.
It does
You're
just fuel.
I'm so mad at myself again that we bought a house where there's not great walking.
You need to go and park.
And
I know.
Why does that stop me? And that, there's no way we wouldn't have bought this house because it is the perfect house for us. But that one piece, for years, I haven't had that luxury.
I know.
Because we had that driveway that like you might as well die by the time you get to the top.
It was
of
Mount
it.
Everest.
It was Mount Everest, and not only that, you made it to the top, and you had to go up another long, drawn
It
out
truly
hill.
was very. I mean, when I was in my running shape there, I was probably in the best shape of my life.
Yeah,
because that was the beginning of the run.
yeah, and I did walk there. I got in a habit at one point, and it wasn't overwhelming because I was in better shape. But to start out your journey,
Oh my gosh, looking
brutal.
straight up. Yeah,
it's brutal.
yeah.
Here it's just traffic. It's gonna snow a little this morning, just so you know.
I know. We have some snow coming in throughout the week.
Yeah, we have snow every day, but nothing.
I know. You guys don't get any accumulation. Well, I'm so grateful it's been so warm. Because our snow is like...
Well, you can see the swings again.
on. I know.
They were buried. I feel like they're going to use them when they come next.
Probably.
Because they love them.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no stopping that. If you want ideas
on
read our
comments,
head over to the comment section.
I think I did a great job coping this week by knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting, which you will see. Like, I've just become obsessed with sweater making and really enjoying it. Really, that is so gorgeous.
I'm kind of mad at myself though because the decreases were supposed to happen here and here, but I forgot to do it here, so I just did it here. So now it's just...
Oh no, you never know. It's under your underarm.
That's what I kept
I'm at
telling
that
myself.
point right now. I'm right to that.
Right here?
Yep. Let's not show them though. Can we talk about your sweatshirt? Because I love her so
Since leaving
much.
social media, I have lost track of my best friend Alona Mar. But
Alona. Well,
I'll tell you
I do about a once a day check-in. Sometimes
How's she
twice.
doing?
She's fantastic.
Makes her nose all better.
Yes. She's the most beautiful inside and out human. She
glows.
truly is. And she talks a lot about weight and people making issues over and people that are too thin or just accept who you are and how you are. And she is a large, I would love to be her. She's like solid wall of strength. But she's not a petite human being. She's
An athlete.
She's an athlete.
She looks
right.
like an athlete, yes.
And she just embraces it, and she wears beautiful things, and
She's stunning. She was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Like,
she's
you
stunning.
just can't... She has no faults.
None.
That's a lie. But, like, in my mind.
None. I'd like to be her best friend. She is from Vermont.
Her mother...
Oh, yes! Tell the story!
Her mother delivered Charlie. She was my nurse when I was giving birth to Charlie.
And you literally
loved her. She changed everything.
adored her. When you came out, because we were there, we brought Lily. Yes.
To meet her,
Yes. And her mom was pushing you in the wheelchair, and you guys were literally raving and beaming and like,
You, like...
and then when you told me that, because at that point,
this was
nobody
before
knew.
Alona was Alona, and this
Right.
was in 2020, obviously, that was when Charlie was born, so she was getting ready for the Olympics prior, and was trying out for the Olympics.
Did you know that?
Yes, she was telling me all about Alona, but I didn't, nobody knew who Alona was at that
not
point.
Connected?
Me and Alona?
Yes.
I don't know.
Darn it.
She's like on Dancing with the Stars or something, I don't know. But so anyway, so we had heard all about Alona, and we were like, oh, we're so excited for you and your family, and like, so we just chatted about that as she was wheeling me into my, or not, was it? I don't know. At one point we were talking about Alona. And yeah, I just never put two and two together. However, I did, when we got home, go to Instagram, and I found her on Instagram, and like she was private, so I requested to follow her, and I sent
Alona or her mom?
her mom. And I was just like, thank you so much. Like, you have really, like, impacted our lives and blah, blah, blah. And she messaged me back. And I think she followed me back for a time when I was on my Chelsea account. And
I love her.
I followed Alona, but I didn't, again, Alona wasn't Alona.
I think you need to text Alona or...
Well, I commented on one of her posts on Instagram before I left Instagram. One of the posts with her and her mom at Dancing with the Stars.
Did you tell her she... Did she respond?
She didn't. Well, at least I don't know. I haven't been on.
Also, I don't think she runs her feed. I think her sister runs her feed.
Oh, okay. That could be.
I mean, she's involved in it, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
So
love
anyways,
her.
yeah. She's my best friend.
I want to be her best friend.
I know.
Well, and you know what? Her mom, it just speaks to what an amazing human she is because she raised
her.
And she's so funny.
Yeah, so funny.
She's so funny.
So funny. Her timing is great.
So Alona, just check in next time you're up here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Have you over for dinner?
Here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Over for dinner. This is feeling so disjointed, I feel like, because we had so much conversation at the beginning.
I know. All right, let's go to finished objects.
Let's do it.
Yep.
She did it.
Now it's warm.
And now it's like 40 degrees out. Actually, it was 46 yesterday.
I know. I was out. It felt so good.
Crazy.
It is taller than me. I want to cast on another one because I'm lonely without it.
Isn't it? We'll start the hat. It looks so good on you.
Doesn't it?
Oh my God.
It's so long.
It's gorgeous. So this is the Vienna set by PetiteKnit. This is the scarf. Oh yeah. And
I haven't gotten to the...
She started the mitts.
This was like an afternoon.
I know. They're so fast.
They're so fast.
I think I finished the full set besides the thumbs, which Brittany messaged me. She goes, we are the same person. Like, she and I have so many similarities. She's like, we are the same person because my thumbs are just sitting there too.
Oh, Brittany, come on.
We'll do it all together.
Okay. Look at this. It's just, I feel like I'm wearing something that I could never afford to buy.
100%.
It is just one of those. It would be like a $300 scarf.
Mm-hmm. It's so luxurious.
It's so luxurious. So go make it. So I'm pretty sure I used 2 skeins of mohair.
Okay, that makes sense.
If people are questioning.
Yep, that makes
but
sense.
then I had wound another one and been like, oh shoot, I did it. And now I wound another one, but forgetting. I had to make these. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So I will show my thing that I still have not touched since the last.
I need to make one.
I was saying that I was going to knit this during the last podcast. I was like, I'm going to finish this during my bachelor night tonight.
Didn't?
Nope. I brought the storm sweater instead. No, it was last night, but the girls decided to do separate at home.
Oh, okay.
So I have this is not a part of the Vienna set. This is a Musselburgh hat by Ozetta Teague. But I'm making it to go with my Vienna set that I made. That's exactly the same. Not exactly.
I just think in the freezing cold, which we had last week,
mm-hmm.
and that's why I finished it, because it is so cold, I need to finish this, and then it didn't get cold. It's okay, I don't care.
It's February.
Yeah.
The winter's not going anywhere.
No, they said that last night. I am also in a mood where I am getting everything done for next winter.
I love that.
So this is done. I will have a total of 5 sweaters this year that I made from the fall.
Oh
How
my
is
God.
that possible?
I mean, that's definitely possible. 5.
5, and they're all, well, I'm a little nervous about some sizing, but we'll see.
I feel like even the ones that you are afraid are going to be a little too big, even if they're like your sweatpants and sweater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, because this house is chilly. The upstairs you melt. Like you turn on the heat. Oh my God, you melt.
Oh my gosh. So it must be very well insulated.
Like I've been up, well, that's the newest part of the house.
The upstairs.
Yeah.
That makes sense then.
You melt. You literally melt. But I'm down, look at this, you guys. Okay, sorry.
It really does look like something you'd see at a store and be like, oh, I want it, but I can't.
I can't. I could never spend that on It's taller than me, and I'm 5'4".
Look at that.
And I will say, it is the length I wanted. It doesn't feel excessive at all. Because you want to wrap it twice so that it's secure.
And it feels crazy as you're knitting it because it feels so long when it's in your lap. But then like when you wrap it around your neck, it doesn't, like Mom said, it doesn't feel excessive at all.
I'm starting another one.
You should.
I can't help myself.
It'd be a perfect gift for someone. Like someone really special. All those hours of knitting.
But it's so fun. I also like to do this.
Look at it. It actually looks like a piece of candy.
I feel like I need to get a cupboard.
Okay, knitting storage. Because this is where I was going to go when you said you have 5 new sweaters. Tell me about your knitting storage. What do you do with your
right
knits?
now I have the Hope chest that was Grandma Phillips at the foot of my bed.
Mm-hmm.
But my sweaters, when you fold them all up, they're big.
Correct.
So they don't all fit in there, but I am going to go through because there are some that I'm just going to donate.
Yep, that's what I was going to ask.
Which let me know, like, I don't know where to do that around here.
I think you can honestly do it anywhere.
Oh.
Again, like Goodwill.
I don't even know where there's a Goodwill.
Oh, I don't know about up here, but we have some down by us. So
Next
I can
time
even take the bag and drop for you.
So, there you go. So, I'm going to finish all my sweaters, which we'll talk about when we show them. And then the summer, I think I'm going to work on knitting, which I do have quite a few already. Tons of socks. So I have all new socks, all new sweaters.
Do you wear them all?
I do. I wear them every day.
I really struggle with wearing my knit socks.
That's all I wear.
And I only wear Darn Toughs.
I know. Once you get those Darn Toughs, it's hard to go back.
I mean, I do wear knit socks here and there, but it's not my go and grab a pair. It's
all I have.
Yeah, see.
It's all I have.
So I need to figure that out.
But I also want to start making them longer.
Your socks? Okay.
I want longer socks. I have plenty of yarn.
Of course.
Always.
Of course.
I always put away a giant ball after. I mean, let's face it. A 50 gram will make normal socks. So
correct.
I have 100. So I want to do bigger cuff. I want to be more patient. Bigger cuffs. Longer legs. Because look, well, my pants are longer. But if I have shorter pants.
I know.
So I'm going to spend the summer doing that and blankets.
I'm so mad I didn't bring my Sweet Shop blanket with me. I forgot.
I think I made a mistake. So I put it down. I don't know. I have more left over here than here. As far as for wrap and turns. On one section. And I'm like.
Could you just pull it out?
Absolutely. But it's stopping me in my tracks.
I get it. So the only thing I really have to show besides my hat is this sweater.
Okay. So I should probably show.
I think.
My other finish. Which is back here on the drying rack.
Because it's already blocked.
I blocked it this morning. That's the other thing. Enough of, like, just get in there and get it done.
Correct. Look at that. It honestly looks so cozy.
I think it's a little big. Why do the sleeves feel really long? Maybe not. I think I made the wrong size. I think I went up a size, not realizing.
So then is this one of your first patterns that you're going to keep with all the notes on it? So then will you go in and make a note like this is one size too?
Yes.
I have a feeling we're looking at the back as well. Yeah, there we go.
Junction Fiber Arts and
Lions brand Fisherman Wool.
Fisherman Wool. Joanne Fabrics is closing. Where are we going to go?
I keep getting notifications for Joanne's.
Well, it's probably open still, but they're all closing. Yeah. So where are we going to get our big box yarn?
I feel like on Lion brand website or wherever.
Yeah, Lion brand website. Good idea.
Yeah. I feel like just direct from manufacturer. I've been trying to go direct from manufacturer as much as possible.
Same. So go to Lion brand website. Also, I don't think Michaels carries Lion brand. I wonder if they will now.
Let me get to Michaels. I think you're right. I don't think they do.
Plus, I can't stand that Michaels.
The one in South Burlington.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I can't stand the parking lot.
The parking lot is
atrocious.
Atrocious.
Can't stand the parking lot. Can't stand the in and out. The store itself is just not well kept.
Sure is not.
It's kind of grungy.
It's grungy. It is. It's not the best.
It's not the best. But I finished this.
It's so beautiful. So that's the Silver Lining by Jennifer Steingass.
Yeah, my second one. I want to say this is peony. Peony, or what's another pea flower?
Pansy? But
no, not pansy, obviously.
I would say peony, probably.
I think it's peony.
Based on the colors, that would be my guess.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's so beautiful.
It's a little wet. I can't wait to put it on my body.
I do love it. I'm still on the hunt for a good mock turtleneck.
Oh, well, I got real turtlenecks at LL Bean.
Oh, I'll have to maybe look there.
LL Bean, Land's End.
Okay.
Somebody told me this the other day, or one day.
Because I do love my silver linings, but that dang neckline is just so hard to style for me.
I just use a turtleneck. I like it with the collar.
Yeah, but when I'm trying to just be cash, a collar feels very like...
Yeah. Get a turtleneck.
I kind of want to get one. I'm gonna.
Want to see what else?
Of course I do. Wait, what is this? What is this?
I know. I just whipped it up.
What is this?
The Lake's pullover. Just needs a neck.
Susan.
I know. Do you know it cracks me up that Rachel this morning when I got on and I said something, she was like, Susan. I was like, so funny how people who know me really well.
It's only when I'm shocked.
That's exactly it. And
that is...
Isn't it amazing?
Beyond.
So I have to put the neck in.
What is the neck like? Because I forget.
I think it's rolled, like, not a rolled,
oh, yep, folded.
Folded.
But is it like a turtleneck size or is it just a regular?
Crew
neck, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that going.
Oh my gosh.
I'm all
So
about
that's the Lake's Pullover
Pullover by Ozetta.
By Ozetta. You heard it here first.
Look at that. Another.
And you use...
Like, see how big when they're folded?
I know, because I have 2 hope chests. One we use for the girls' dress up right now because it's in the playroom. But then the other one that I have is so big and it was stacked. So I just did a huge donation myself.
I need to do that.
I don't know.
Should I keep going?
Yeah. Don't let me stop you because I need to see this.
We'll do the one you're working on last. So,
yes.
You know this one. Oh, of course I'm midway.
I do.
It's the... Oh, I can't... Darn it. My shawl collar, I stopped. But it is the...
Michelle Wong.
Michelle Wong.
But what is it called? Oh my God. The fabric?
I know.
Oh, I wish y'all could feel this because it is...
to die for.
So on the screen, to me, it looks like it's bulky and chunky and heavy, and this is so light and buttery, I can't even tell you.
It's like between fingering and DK weight.
And this is the Ella Ray Eco Wool, is that right? Or am I wrong?
That I don't know.
I want to say it's like an Eco Wool.
I don't know, and I also don't even know where the rest of the yarn is. Must be upstairs.
Could be.
But I'm, oh, here, okay.
Wait, this is so, the fact that you were knitting a sweater that looks like this is just, again, another, just my mind is blown.
Sleeve.
What is this called? I wish I could remember.
I think it's Row.
Row, yes, by Michelle Wong. I think you're right.
Michelle Wrong.
Wrong.
Or Wong. I think the rest of the yarn is upstairs.
So have you been working on this?
No.
But you have it and you're ready to go.
It's row.
Row. Row your boat. Or your sweater.
It is so much fun. So, but you know what? It's one of those, like, why did I put it down? But the first thing I'm going to do is finish the shawl collar.
It is so wildly impressive.
It's so impressive. But she also, like, look at that cabling. Look at that cabling.
Again, this is something I would see at a store and be like, God, I wish I could afford
Oh,
that.
yeah, this is, like, crazy.
Oh, my God.
I wish I knew what yarn I had, and I hope I have more upstairs.
I bet this is going to be something that you wear that people aren't even going to ask you if you knit it because there's just no way anybody could knit this.
Well, it's so funny. I had 2 people come up to me when I had on my silver lining, my first silver lining, and they went, oh my God, your sweater is beautiful. And I was like, oh, thanks, I made it. Like, I love to own it.
Oh, I always.
Yes.
Or if the girls are wearing something and they're like, what a cute little sweater. Yeah, I made it.
I made it. And they were like blown away. And like, we forget. It's just like what we do. Mm-hmm. We don't think a lot. I mean, I think, oh, it's beautiful. This is so great. I'm so happy I can make it.
Totally.
But to own this sweater and make...
No one's going to ask you because no one's going to even think that it's possible to hand knit it. I know.
So good. So funny. I was bragging this morning. I play...
Candy Crush?
No, Connections.
Oh,
and
yes.
Wordle.
I haven't played in
Connections I've gotten the last 2 days. And I did really good. And so did everyone else. I was like, we are just so good. It's like, yeah, and so humble. And I was like, yes, so humble.
So you would not believe.
It's stunning.
It's a cardigan. I feel like it's falling off of your lap.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to start. I must have 7 inches here or very close. Thank God these needles are in there. Both of these, because I would have forgotten what needles I used.
100%.
Measure. Okay, so we're here. 7. So I'm going to be able to bind
Boom.
off.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, all right. So this is my, look at him, totally. So my goal is, here, give me this back.
There you go.
Is to finish what we're going to show next.
Yes.
Then I'm going to put the collar on my lace pullover.
Okay.
And then I'm finishing this.
Who are you?
As I start the vest.
Did you download the pattern and everything?
No, but
Okay.
I want to make the one with the turtleneck.
Okay.
The open side with the button.
Yep. Gotta.
Because I'm going to need a vest. I might need 2 vests for next year.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm all about, finally, after all these years of being a knitter,
Yeah.
I want to look like a knitter.
You,
Not like this. Or
you
that.
Okay, I was supposed to go to the gym this morning, also prerequisite. I did not plan on recording in this.
It's okay.
However, I also didn't bring anything else to change into, and my plan was to come directly here. So I guess I was planning on recording in this.
Look at this.
You know, oh, there you go. I was going to help you get this.
I also love this bag.
It's so good.
Okay, there you go.
So many. So, okay.
I almost
Before we
kicked
look at
that.
this. Oh my God, don't do it. Don't do it. Last night I decided I want to knit that quilt square pillow pattern by Laura Penrose that we were kind of talking about.
Have I seen it? Is it the star?
So there are 3 different options. I purchased the pattern last night. I have no idea how to start this thing because there are so many options, so many. It looks like
I'll have to buy it.
it looks like algebra to me. Like I don't have
failed.
any freaking clue how to attack this pattern. So if anybody has knit that quilt square pillow pattern, help me. Because I have
download it too. Is it under Laura Penrose or
Yeah.
just okay? I should know that.
I have no clue how to start it, but I want one for our bed, and I have a pillow without a thing now because the pillow cover that we had on it has just been destroyed.
Also, IKEA has great pillow forms.
Oh, that's good to know.
My friend Mary used to make pillows, and she always got their forms.
That's so good to know.
Yeah.
That's so good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something I really want to cast on because I have a ton of my Stress Knits advent calendar that I bought however many years ago.
Yes.
And I think it would be so nice to have a nice like muted. So anyway, that's a dream knit for me that I want to cast on.
Rachel just made a pillow too.
Which one did she make?
She made one with a linen stitch. I can't remember.
Well, I'll have to message her.
Yeah, but it's very liney, like
It almost looks like
liney.
woven.
Yes.
Oh, I kind of like that idea
Yeah.
too.
Very nice.
All right. Well, the thing that I've been knitting on.
And I just re-picked up last night because I needed a breather.
Uh-huh.
Because I knit the whole body like in a week. You did too, though.
I knit it pretty quick. I don't know what the time turnaround was, but it did feel quick.
Yeah.
But how you described it was just exactly right. You get to the end of the body, if you knit it as quickly and as feverishly as we did, and you feel a little bit
Burnt out. Yeah.
And you're like, I need something else.
Yeah.
So I picked up my Sweet Shop blanket in between, which I didn't bring with me, but I showed in the last podcast. You can go check it out.
I worked on mine a tiny bit. I enjoy that.
Same.
So
I think I did
much.
like 1 or 2 squares.
I think I did 1.
We have gotten so much done in the 2 weeks since we last shown these. Our storm sweaters. Maybe like this. There we go.
I still love your color. I want to make something in that color.
I do love the color a lot. But we finished the bodies. And
Last night.
we're right on par.
You're like a pattern ahead. The directions are so good.
So good. So
Like
easy
I
to read.
read without looking at the chart, and I saw decreases, and I thought, oh, they're probably going to say every 4 or 5 rows decrease.
No.
Oh no,
They're meticulously placed on the chart.
The chart.
I've
is
never enjoyed
so-
chart knitting so much.
Okay, let's talk about that
Yeah.
because someone this morning said to me, I don't work on charts.
That was me.
I know. That's good to hear. And I so wanted to show her the chart, to show her how simple.
Right.
The reason it is so simple. Now, I've done Michelle Wong's, which there's this, there's that,
You saw the sweater.
yeah. So there's all these different symbols, and this chart has a dot for your pearls and a
Blank space for your knits.
space for your knits, and indicates where decreases are or increases. It is so well done. I don't want to say easy because then people feel bad. It's not that it's so easy. It's intuitive. It just makes sense. And it's patterns. So you know, purl 2, knit 5, purl 2, knit 5, purl 2, knit 5, all the way across. Lots of rest rows, which are just knit or purl.
Which are my favorite.
Same. It is. I so wish I could show it just so people could see how basic it is.
I know.
So yeah.
But I will say, so I was someone who never liked to knit with a chart because again, it looked like algebra to me, like in my earlier years of knitting. And if it was written out, I was always going to go to the written out
and to me that's
section.
Just words.
But like that was all my brain knew how to process knitting wise at that point. I think the turning point for me when it came to chart reading was starting color work. I think the thing for me was my eyes weren't used to taking an image and translating it into words. So seeing a dot, and instead of seeing a dot, having it register as purl, or seeing a blank space and having it register as knit. And I think looking at a color work chart, like whatever my first color work project was simple enough that I could do it, but it just kind of like familiarizes your brain with that kind of information, if that makes any sense. So if you are someone who sees this and like, I do think they're also written out though in here.
Not all the sections.
Oh, yeah, no, because it says go to the chart.
Yeah. Some sections are, and I use the word for the, this part.
Same, yes.
Because it just seemed so easy. It was just a lot of knits and purls. And
yes, that's correct.
It was very, and honestly, this is all just knits and purls.
Increases and decreases.
And it's funny because I've done a lot of Michelle's patterns, and I actually, all those things that go like this, and some are like cable, like knit off the cable needle, but purl the others.
Right.
It's so intuitive for me now. Like I can tell just by what I'm looking at what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
But that takes time. That took time. And this is the key for me. Highlighter tape. You can get it at most needlework kind of shops. Staples. I don't particularly like this light green. It's just a little too translucent. I prefer like pink. I don't know why.
Oh,
Pink is my favorite, but this is all they had. And you put this above the row you're working on. I started out years ago with like a magnetic board, say for cross stitch, which those just make me crazy now. But I would put it underneath. So then you're looking at all
everything ahead.
And your eyes are just like, well, what row? This zeros, if you put it above it, you can see exactly the row that you're working on.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
My tip of the day, go get yourself some highlighter tape or you use your iPad.
If you have an iPad, you can very easily drop the pattern in there and open it up in preview, and you have an opportunity. There's like a highlighter function, and I just highlight as I go. And that works too. I would show you, but then I'd be showing you the pattern.
I know. So I would say if you love the sweater enough, maybe buy the pattern and just get some scrap yarn and play.
Yeah.
Following the chart.
Yeah, swatch with the chart. Yeah.
And let us know, because again, if you want it bad enough, it'll be manageable.
Totally.
That's my mindset when it comes to a challenge. Like, but I want it so bad. And so that I can plow through.
Well, and just knowing that it is knits and purls. Like it's not like tackling brioche or one of those other more complicated knit stitches, which
now brioche puts me.
See, and to me, I've done it so much now that like I know if I look at a pattern, I would know what to do.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, okay.
And the key for knitting for me is being able to correct mistakes. And I don't have the patience, the brain space, and I know a million of you are going to be like, oh, it's easy, do this, this, and this.
Totally.
It's like a mental block for me. And I do it, like I've brioche and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's the mistakes. And I've like done it on my own, fixed a mistake just by like studying the one by me, and
it's not that. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
You're not dealing with foreign stitches, a weird structure. If it's just a matter of reading the instructions, I think you can do it. I know you can do it.
Yes. The most challenging part was picking up for the sleeves. And it wasn't picking up. Most of us know how to do that. It was the numbers.
It's always numbers for me. Same with the shawl, with the collar, with the button bands, with the...
I think I always know it's going to take me more than one try.
I didn't think that.
Oh.
Because
humility is a good thing.
I'm too good for that, mother.
But did you do this? So I always cut it in half.
Okay. Yes, I did.
The second side was harder than the first side, though.
Do you know what it is for me? Can
I say it?
Yes, please do.
Patience?
Well, duh. But also not reading the dang instructions. I read it. I read exactly what I was supposed to do, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I'm just going to do it.
Oh, I get it.
Like, it said pick up 2 stitches for every 3 rows. But that is so simple. 1, 2, skip a row. 1, 2, skip a row.
But it didn't work on both sides for me.
I will agree. So I thought it did, and then as I started doing the pattern, I realized I was 1 stitch less, so I just made 1.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the problem for me, it was like, well, I know how many stitches I need to make. I did what you said. I split it in half. I was like, so I need 44 here.
Sometimes you can even split it in fourths if you're really struggling.
Oh, didn't do that.
I didn't either. I just thought of it today.
But like right in this moment. Right 2 seconds ago. I was like, no, I got this.
Yeah, I know.
I got this. And guess
what? We're going to work on
3
humility
times later.
I have a whole book on it. It's a little book.
Like, why did I think I knew better? I think honestly, the 2 stitches for every 3 rows, I was like, I didn't even take the time to consider what that meant. I was just like, well, that's too many words.
Oh, you're so me in that area.
Well, I was like, this tracks.
Yeah.
That this is my instinct.
Yeah.
And then I just did what it said, and it worked great.
I think I've done it so many times by doing it that way that it just happened. Like I saw it in 2 seconds and knew that's what I should do.
Yeah.
It's not always a guarantee though either.
Right.
It's not. I mean, I always, when it comes to picking up stitches in areas, at least twice. But that was the hardest part, and
it shouldn't have been.
No, it's not hard. It just takes patience.
What's that?
And you don't just get to like look at a chart and bing, bing, bing.
Right.
Which is the whole rest of it.
Correct. So wait, so we did this
here.
row, this row.
Did I just do something?
No, you didn't. So wait, I just need to see here. So I did.
Okay.
I did my knit row.
Wait, where am I? In the whole world.
Knit row.
This is going to be my afternoon, which is not good. I have work to do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can keep going. I just didn't want to go for too long.
So, I feel like that's our knitting. I've also been doing a little stitching, but I'm not going to share that today.
Well, I have my yarn for my next project I could show.
Show it.
Mom was talking and I was like, oh, I need you to have, oh my God. I need to have you. No. What? Call an ambulance.
It's right down the road, literally 4 houses down. We live 4 houses away from the ambulance.
It's so nice. Every time I drive by it, I'm like,
I know. Well, remember on that Thanksgiving where Jake was like, oh, playing football, like someone could get hurt. And I'm like, Jake,
no worries.
Right down the road.
We can walk.
I know. Might not be able to walk.
Or we can carry you.
Somebody can carry you. You said, I need the yarn for
I need to have you dye me up some yarn. Got it. Nailed it.
And I knew that she needed and wanted it already, and I had to dye this yarn for some add-ons to our Schitt's Creek, and I was like, I think this is the one Chelsea wants, so I'm just going to do a bunch. I love this yarn so much.
Cozy Toes. Hope. It's our 2025 colorway. Lives on our homepage on our website if you want some. And so I think I'm going to do a no frills.
That's what I want to do. Now, I'm going to pick a color. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm just
I might do
so obsessed. Oh, Breathe is such a good one. I'm so obsessed with this color.
It's so funny because it took me sending them all out saying, because we've had such great colorways of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been so thrilled with all of them. I was like, I don't know. Like, I like it. I love it.
I love it.
Once you knit with it, like I'm doing the sock, Claire posted, you didn't see it because you weren't on, but she posted her finished sock of Hope, which is the same as mine.
Crunkled.
And she always uses the Cozy Toes. And I think she said something about it. Like, you can feel it through the picture.
Correct.
How fluffy, plump. Oh, it's amazing.
It's heaven. And I'm going to be pairing it because the no frills calls for a strand of fingering and a strand of mohair. So I'm going vanilla beans. So this will even just be that little bit softer.
Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. That could be your Easter sweater. Maybe we should wear them for Easter.
Do you think I'll be done by Easter?
You've got all...
April 20th. So I've got a month and a half.
I mean, we're pretty obsessed right now.
You're right. And this one is so simple.
I can come and sit and knit for hours to keep you knitting.
I might even make this one like a little bit like a bracelet. What isn't that what it's called? Like a bracelet length sleeve.
Probably. Sounds familiar.
And I'm going to have it be a little more cropped. Like the one that I have now is very billowy. I think this one I'm going to have.
I don't want mine super. I'm not loving, like, I'm never going to wear a cropped sweater.
No. Yes.
But I like the idea.
Right at the waist.
At the waist.
Yep. Yeah. So I think, I might be able to finish it by Easter. That would be so cool.
I might even do tea for two.
That's what I have.
That's what you have?
That's what my no frills is, tea for two. And I love it.
That, or Breathe or Painter's Palette.
Painter's Palette.
Smock,
if I need
whichever.
a third one, it will be one of those.
Darn it, and I'm going to have to dye that today and cast that on. I'm just all about the sweaters.
They're so fun. So fun. Though I will say, I think last time you said, like, I love to have a sock ready just for sock knitting. And I was like, I just can't relate to that.
I'm getting there.
I'm starting to get there.
I'm just the opposite.
I'm starting to get there. Just because I don't have anything that I can carry with me and be knitting.
Well, I'm missing my scarf because that was my go-to.
Carry with you. Yeah.
So go-to.
I feel like that's the knitting, at least for me.
I feel like now we should go into business. That
all
sounds so
business
boring.
now.
Everyone's like,
I also have a
peace
show.
Out.
Yeah, bye.
I feel like we should just talk about what's coming. That's all we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
And then go into our books and shows.
Because, oh my God, we started a show, and I don't think...
Am I watching it?
I think that Dad is. I don't know if you're also watching it.
You love his shows.
I freaking love them.
I don't.
I don't know why. They're just so, like, they just suck you into... Anyway, we'll talk about that after. Okay.
So, what's happening in our shop? Schitt's Creek is up for sale. It is the March Schitt's Creek you should have just received or about to receive. Don't panic if you haven't.
Don't panic.
About to receive the February one.
Correct.
Which I'm going to give you a hint. Spark it up, Rolly. End of conversation.
I love that episode.
I do too. Okay, so order them now.
Yep, order them now. They'll be up for a couple...
Usually
a while.
Yeah, usually about
2 or 3 weeks into the
3
month.
weeks into the month. 2.5 to 3 weeks into the month. Now, having said that, this time around I was hand calculating and I over-calculated. So we have a handful of full skeins and a handful of micro skeins left, which...
I need to see.
Oh,
gosh, I haven't even
you haven't seen it, yeah. A handful of each that we will put in the shop once we know people have received theirs, which will probably be mid to late next week. I do think we'll do like a post with a picture.
Yeah. With the colorway?
With the colorway,
Okay.
so they'll know what they're getting.
Yep.
And they'll be for sale.
There we go.
And then what's the biggest news of all?
It's Advent time, baby.
Oh my gosh. How is that
It's
possible?
time. I honestly, I don't know.
You don't get a break.
Because I feel like we just finished and we were like,
You feel like and every Advent yarn dyer out there will know exactly what we're talking about. You get this quick little area where you can catch your breath.
Yeah.
And then it's all over. And
that being said,
I'm so excited.
There's something about this one that I feel like is just going to come together quickly. I don't know what it is that's making me feel that way.
Well, because I am going to be starting very soon. We're doing the same numbers last year. Mm-hmm. It seems to be our sweet spot as far as what we're capable of doing, because it is monumental, and I don't have the stamina to do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds anymore. It would be... The juice would not be worth the squeeze. No, and I don't think we would be able to put out the quality that we're putting. It's a good amount. It's not like 10 and 10. It's a good amount. And so we are going to do our Sunday Advent. We always do. Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 micro sock
sets. And they will be our 4 favorites. That really seems to be a great formula, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
We pick our 4 favorites from the big Advent. Mm-hmm. So we will be doing that.
And they come individually wrapped, so you can open one on each Sunday of December.
It's my favorite one to do.
It's super cool.
It's my favorite. Mm-hmm. If you can only get one and you're really struggling, you're like, oh, I just can't pull it off this year, that's the one I would get.
Financially, it makes the most sense. Mm-hmm. You're getting the same sensation of opening something. Mm-hmm. It's a really fun.
It's a fun one. And I feel like if you're a pretty avid knitter, you could from week to week get that pair of socks done.
Totally.
Well, that's probably really a lot.
It all depends.
Depends on what you're making for your socks.
For sure.
And then we're doing our full Advent in fingering in DK.
The only difference with that is the 25th skein is going to be a full skein across the board. So last year we offered either 25 mini skeins solo, or you could add on a full skein. This year we're doing 24 mini skeins. The 25th skein is going to be a full skein.
Yes. The 12 days of Christmas. We are going to be doing, again, we will do the same numbers in DK and fingering.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, we have the 12. So that...
Rewind.
Saturday morning, you were like, hey Mom, sorry it's so early, but I'm working.
Yeah.
And I was knitting or stitching in bed, and we solved all the Advents.
Every problem
except the name, which we got today. And holy cow. Just going to say, holy cow.
It's super fun.
We are going to let you know. So when you have to make decisions about Advents, which ones you want or don't want, because they're going to start coming out, we are going to let you know on our next podcast, which will be in 2 weeks, because we want to have all of the information concise, clear. Yes. But we will be offering the 4 Sundays like we talked, the traditional Advent in DK and fingering, and the 12 days of Christmas in DK and fingering. Those are going to be our 3 holiday offerings this year.
Okay. Just because I know we'll get the question.
I know.
I'm like, I don't know.
Okay. I know. Well, again, let's work through that and figure that out. But yeah, so I really, truly, I know I say it every year, but I think this is going to be the best one ever. I think it's going to be the most relatable. I think it's going to be
I think thematically, it's going to open up a whole new... It's just going to unlock a new level of adventing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and we'll tell you why. We're so excited.
I'm really very excited about it.
Yeah.
We'll have that whole conversation because I could talk about it for a while. But it's going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun. Catch me in July, but right now, I can't wait to get started. We even know what we want to put in. We're not huge on extras, but we've never been able to firm that up, and I feel like we know that already.
Yep, this one really lends itself.
Yeah, it's just I think it's going to be a really fun experience.
Agreed.
We're going to announce that they're going to go, really? Is it?
That's what you were excited.
It's okay, but I don't know.
I just think, for me personally, I just love these so much.
Same. I just had the feeling of, Dad, you're going to let the cat out.
I know. I had to stop it.
It's okay. Next time we podcast, we will announce them all.
And we are planning to release it. Can we?
Yes, April 1st.
April 1st is when we will be loading these products into our shop, and they will be available for pre-order.
Yes. So, I know a lot of people aren't on social media right now. We're not huge on social media.
I'm trying my best, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, business-wise, it's a platform for us. But if you're not, make sure that you are getting our newsletter.
Yeah.
Because that's going to have, like,
It's
everything.
been our primary form of communication over the last couple of months.
Yes, which will lead into this. Again, and we've had this conversation many times, if you want to get in touch with us, social media is not a place to get in touch with us, because you go in to advertise.
And then I go off and I delete the app from my phone.
Yeah, it's just not something that we're heavily involved in. So do make sure that you get our newsletter. If you're like, no, I don't do social media, how can I know about it?
Newsletter.
Yeah, and if you are on social media, we will be posting there for any of our new products. We always do that.
Yeah. Yeah, like social media for us isn't our bread and butter. Like we don't make money by being on social media, and mental health wise, it's just not something that I have a lot of capacity for.
No.
So I do my best to be on there to get the information out to you. But as far as like interacting back and forth, that's not the purpose it serves for us as a business.
Yes. I think that's true of a lot of people in business. Totally. Because when you do interacting, if you've got 3 or 4 areas that you have to interact, it becomes so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Who am I to talk? I don't do any of it.
No, you do. You answer a lot of the emails because it's directly involved with what you have to ship out and stuff.
Again, you all know when you get an email from Sue. It went out yesterday.
But at least you answer. If you get an email from me, it's like a week later. So,
well, yeah, it's okay. So, but I know when things have to be addressed immediately as far as, so I was just saying like 2 or 3 weeks ago, in my head, I was like, I haven't made a mistake in so long. I haven't had to resend a package in so long. I am not kidding you. The next week, there was like 5. I was
it's just the way it goes.
It like blew me away. So things like that, if you get a wrong order, quite often I will respond because I'm the one that's going to get that right out to you. But you will know I am not a person that uses a ton of words. So,
but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's
quite often it just says went out yesterday, and it's usually late. It's okay. It's okay.
We do the best we can.
We do the best we can.
Sincerely. So,
tell us about the new show. I'm thinking back because I thought I could do a knit to purl too, and I can't while I'm talking.
Okay, so we started Silo.
Oh, Dad's watching it. I watched it.
Do you like it?
I watched the first season and loved it.
Okay, I'm absolutely obsessed with it.
I loved it. The second season, and now if like say I have to run out and I come back and Dad's watching it, I'll sit down and I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's the first season I loved.
It's fantastic.
He loves the second season.
I'm sure I probably will too, but it's on Apple TV.
I love Apple TV.
They really have a great selection of shows. And it's based on a book series that Justin has read.
Yes.
So he is experiencing a bit of Dad's impulses. Where I'm not even joking you, like the first episode, he paused every few seconds to be like, okay, so in the book.
Oh, that would make me insane.
And I'm like this.
That would make me crazy.
It finally got to a point where I was like, I can't watch this with you if this is going to be the experience.
Justin,
and so
sit down.
He finally
get something to eat.
Now I'll see him like go to reach for the space bar to pause it because we watch on my computer in bed, and I see him like think about it and then be like,
it's good. The acting is good. You know what? Honestly, I think I'm going to watch it on my own.
Yeah, why not?
I think the second season I'll just watch or catch up because I think it started out and I didn't love it, but I wasn't patient. I should have stuck with it. I could go back.
Totally. I mean, it's there.
Yeah.
So that's what we've kind of been obsessively watching. New White Lotus came out. We still haven't watched last week's episode, so we're not caught up.
I only watched the first episode.
Same. Okay.
So I was missing the other characters.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes.
I can't believe they did, like, okay, spoiler alert for last season, but, like, it was a year ago. So it's not really a spoiler alert, but if you're planning to watch White Lotus, like, from the beginning, maybe just...
It's worth watching. Start it.
Watch it.
It's fun.
But like,
it's probably a bit over the top for some people.
Totally. It's intense, but it's also funny. It's like a dark humor.
Dark comedy, yeah.
But, so just fast forward a little bit if you don't want to hear this. When they killed Jennifer Coolidge off, I was like, how? She has to have an option to be there.
I feel like I heard somehow she's going to be there. I don't know how.
I pray.
Yeah.
Well, I recognized, okay, now we'll be done with the spoilers for the most part, but her massage therapist is one of the main, from the Black woman.
That was a massage therapist?
Yes.
See.
She was like going to go into business, like, I'm going to make you.
So maybe somehow she's going to show up. I don't know. I was having trouble, but it's not even fair to say because it was the first episode. But I was having, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is.
I know.
I didn't know that.
That's
going to make it more like interesting for me.
Yeah.
I was having trouble connecting with the characters, except for the guy with the girl with the teeth.
Walter Goggin.
Yes, who's fantastic. Walton Goggin. Yeah, he was on Armchair.
Yeah. Wasn't. Or I'm listening. I don't know if I finished.
But his girlfriend.
Who
is she? I like her.
No idea. I don't think she's anybody, to be honest. But
I like her.
She just embodies the Let Them theory by Mel Robbins. Like, there are so many moments in that first episode where, like, he is poking and he is digging, he is looking. Yeah. And I'm, like, sitting there watching, like, oh, it's going to kick off. This is going to happen.
Nope.
And she's like, you need to relax. And she just, like, keeps going on about her day and just, like, cannot be bothered with any of his, like, pent-up aggression and anger and angst.
We have a theory about him.
You do? What's your theory? It's not going to be a spoiler because...
No, it's not. It's a theory.
We don't know.
That he's an assassin.
You think? And that's why he's disappointed whoever was supposed to be there. Wasn't.
It almost feels too simple, though.
Okay, so Justin and I were trying to theorize after the first episode, and I go to him, Justin, whatever your theory is right now is what they want your theory to be now.
Exactly.
They control the narrative in that show
so much.
So meticulously.
That's exactly my thoughts. Was like, it can't be that because it's
too
glaring.
Obvious. Yeah.
So I think... I want to watch the second one. I don't know why. Well, we haven't because we're heavily involved. Love that. Mae Martin used to say that. We're heavily involved in what's it called?
The Voice.
Although I will say, I can't watch it for hours and hours and hours.
I haven't watched this week's episode. So 2 days ago, I have to watch
the first of this week. Isn't there 2?
Is there 2?
I don't know.
There might be. I don't know.
Maybe not.
I always thought it was just 1 on Mondays.
Oh, that would make me feel better because we watch half and I'm done.
But you watch it in live time as it's airing.
Yes.
I watch it after the fact on Hulu and it's like an hour and 10 minutes or something.
Good to know. So we're heavily involved with that.
And that's the same day you would watch White Lotus too because it airs on Sundays.
Yes.
So you would
I would watch it on Sundays. I think we're going to start. I love Sunday.
9 p.m.
Oh no, never mind. Does it come out at 9?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. We'll watch it
Well,
on
at least
Monday.
I think. I might be wrong.
Yeah, we'll watch it on I thought it was all day Sunday.
No, I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I just think that is what it is, but I don't know.
Okay, so we're also heavily involved in Paradise. There's only 1 left.
I'm fell off.
Well, I'll be honest. It's a little hokey.
That's exactly it. We're watching so many good, meaty shows that it feels a little surface.
But I kind of need a surface because of Severance. Like I need to know that I know what's going on.
I get that.
I get that. So last night we were trying to figure out what channel is it on? I can't remember what streaming service. And Dad was like, Apple. I was like, nope, it's not good enough for Apple.
That's true.
I said, nope, it's not
It's
quality.
so true. You know it's either Netflix or Hulu.
Yes.
You know it off
Yes.
the bat.
But I'm still enjoying it, although last night's was kind of like, oh God, really? Like,
Is it a lot?
it just hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's only one episode left, and I
Okay.
will be relieved that we're done with it. I've enjoyed it.
Do you know what it is for me? Sterling K. Brown can do no wrong. He's so freaking handsome. And I just love him. That, like, watching him do anything, I'm like, it brings me a little bit of joy.
Yes, and he's fantastic in this.
He is.
Last night's episode, he was so good. But it's hard. It's just, again, anything dystopian, or it's just like,
It's a little too close to home.
too close. Even Dad was like, a little too close to home. A little too close to home. So anyways, that one we're almost done with. Do you watch The Lioness?
No, but you have recommended it a handful of times. It's one of those things where it just hasn't... Like, a lot of times I just have to see it on my screen to push play.
It's good.
Is it Apple?
I don't think so.
HBO? That's the problem, is I haven't seen it anywhere.
I
so,
think
like...
it's Hulu.
Oh, I don't spend a ton of time on Hulu, so that
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
But I love her. I love her, and I love her husband,
Okay.
who is, oh gosh, I love him. He was in, what was the show? Oh, she was Sally Fields. She was the mother. It's one of my favorite
All I
shows
can
ever.
think of is Mrs. Doubtfire, but
No,
it's
no,
obviously
no.
not that movie.
No, it was a series. And he was in it.
Was I old enough to have been watching it while it was airing? Like, is it an older show?
Yes.
She was the mom.
They were a wine industry family in Lehigh, California. Calissa Lockhart was...
Ally McBeal?
No. Oh, God, that was one of my favorites.
I've never watched it. I would, but I just haven't. I never have. That
Oh my
one,
gosh.
Boston Legal, I've never watched. I know! All of these shows that were, like, right on the cusp, like, you were probably around... Well, you might have been in, like, your 40s when it came out. Does that sound right?
Probably. I watched
So I was too young to really...
both of those all the way through twice.
I know. Well, I remember that being a huge thing for you.
Oh, what was this called? Darn it, it's going to drive me crazy. Anyways, he was in it, the husband. Yeah, look it up. Brothers and Sisters.
Oh my god, I did watch that! Such a good show if you haven't watched it.
Loved it. Watched it twice. I could watch it again. So he was the one that was, I believe, the war. He was a drug addict.
Oh my god, yes, he's
So handsome.
His name was Justin in the show.
Yes. Oh, well, he's in Lioness. So
Okay,
Zoe
Saldana. Zoe
Saldana
Saldana.
and him. And but it's 24-ish, which 24 is my favorite ever.
That was, yep. The whole reason your screen name is
Knit
Knit 24.
Yeah, so we're watching that and then
Severance, which, again, I can't remember whose comment it was.
Innie, outie, when are they the innie, when are they the outie? Is it in the outside world they're the outies and in there they're the innie? Okay,
yes.
every time Dad's like, innie, outie, I'm like, wait, which one is that? Like,
Well, it describes it. So if you're in Severance, you're an innie.
I
If
know,
you're
but then you really got to think about another thing.
Another thing. I know. And the problem
I'm
is...
exhausted by it.
I'm
Yet I will never stop watching.
No, I'm so invested in these characters, specifically Irving. There is something
Which one is
about
Irving?
the one who's in love with Bert, whose husband they just had.
Oh yeah.
Irving, like,
I love
oh my
Irving.
god, I just
Can I
wanna
tell you
hug him.
this? They had on, oh my God, what's the name? Not Jeopardy? Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy last night we watched Jeopardy every night.
I'm obsessed with Jeopardy.
Severance category.
Did you get them all?
I think I came in late, so I didn't know, and I can't remember the questions, but all the characters asked the questions.
Like a video? Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love that.
Kelly, what's her name?
Helly?
Helly. She has bangs up here.
I know. I love that look. If you can pull it off, I think it's so cute.
It's a wild look. She definitely can pull it off. And I'm like, wow, that is like literally just like.
Yeah. Yeah, I could not pull it off.
I'm trying to think if you could or
But
not.
if
I think you actually could.
I'm doing it like this. I don't know. I don't know. But when I see somebody who has them and pulls them off, I'm like,
It's such
it's so good.
period look to me. I don't know. But anyways.
Yeah, that show is just, I'll never stop watching, but I'll also never stop questioning because it's, I don't know.
even know what to question anymore. Because like...
Okay, what I know and what I can say that Mark is an integral part of all of this. I don't think anyone else freaking matters.
Right.
I think it's all surrounding him.
Mark. So Mark, but when he's in there, does he know that, has he combined the innie and the outie?
Well...
And I've missed that completely.
I can't. I am not at liberty to discuss in front of a wide audience such as this.
Darn it.
Just because I don't know who's caught up and not, and it's
That's fair. We
soon
shouldn't.
enough that it would be a spoiler. So I'm going to
Okay.
leave that, but I'll
Well-
tell you when we're done recording.
Okay.
Great. So that's, I mean, a lot of good TV going on right now.
There's a lot, and I'm so afraid for it all to end.
The good news though is when it ends,
We're going to be outside.
we're going to be outside, and I
Yeah.
feel like we're going to be okay with it.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm going to be watching
Yeah.
my trashy reality television.
Oh,
At night when it's dark and I don't have anything else to do.
I just cannot. I get so
Stressed?
bored,
Oh.
I think.
Honestly, yeah, I get that. Because you're just watching people live their lives. Like, it's
Yeah.
not anything riveting
Like
or
even
mind.
The Voice. Okay, let's talk about The Voice
Let's
here.
talk about The Voice. Let's do that.
Why do they wear the same clothes?
Mom, when you sent me that message, I felt so seen.
Me too. When you answered, I was like, okay.
It
It's
drives
not
me
me.
up a damn wall. Whatever producer is out there,
It's so distracting.
telling them to buy 18 of the same outfit. Help a sister out. What is going on?
What is the reason?
Do we live in a parallel universe where their days are just longer?
Well-
and this is just one day?
So Dad was like, well, they probably, a lot in one day. I'm like, 2 weeks worth? I don't think so. We're on week 2 or 3.
And you have to know there's got to be so many people singing.
Even
That we
if
don't even
they
see.
do, most shows would say, okay, end of show, go change.
Costume change.
Costume change. That's what I want.
Get a stylist in there, The Voice.
So frustrating.
If
And I
anybody
don't
has
like
insight,
what they're
please
wearing.
Give us the answers. It's
I
not
like
that
what she's wearing.
I like it until
don't.
it's all I've seen for a
Yeah.
month straight.
Like Adam's sweater, do better.
Oh, I kind of like it.
Do you?
His is, well, no, and John's, oh my God. He is flawless when it comes to fashion.
He
for me.
is, but not when you have to look at it.
Now I'm so
forever.
bored. Like,
So
show me
bored.
what else you got.
Sorry.
Give us a show.
When you ever typed back, I know, I'm like, oh, thank God,
It drives
every time it comes on, I
me
say to Dad,
insane.
they're wearing the same clothes.
And they probably do record it. It can't all be in one day.
No.
Because at the end of every episode, they're like, well, this was a good,
Well, they're going to do that anyway.
you think?
Yes, for sure.
Even if it's the same day, they're going to say, well, good day of...
They're going to pretend.
That's insane.
Well, Jeopardy
You
does
can't pretend that and then show up in the same outfit. You've got to pick a lane.
That's what I say.
That's insane.
That's what I say. Like Jeopardy, I'm sure they do 5 in a row.
For
I'm going
sure.
to see if Ken has a different outfit.
No, I actually think that Alec, before he died, had some kind of an interview at some point that
And
said like
said-
it's only 2 days of filming.
Yeah.
For 3 months of it's wildly easy to
Oh, okay,
Produce.
but still, I'm gonna check on Ken every night.
yeah. What are you wearing
Make
today,
sure
Ken?
he's at least changed.
What you got there, Ken? A little tweed tonight? Yeah, a little bow tie. I like it. Like, what is
Even the
this?
contestants, the ones that come back, they're not like one. Like especially now, we're in the middle of the tournament of champions. We have got to get a life.
Is this problematic?
Between knitting 5 sweaters. And who am I to talk? I show up every morning with the same black shirt because I'm dying and I wear the same shirt.
Change your shirt, Susan. I'm gonna start saying that to us every time we show up wearing the same thing.
All right, but we're not on national
We're
television.
not getting paid millions of dollars to sit here.
Right.
Okay.
Not even $1.
Not even a single dollar. It's for the love.
Buy me a coffee.
For the love.
Okay. All right, we need to get off TV because it's making us a little...
And I need a jelly bean. I've been literally staring at the pink jelly beans.
No, try one of these.
You think? Okay, I will.
Yeah, these are the best.
So Mom has one of these. Or these on her desk.
These are... They're Hasbro, is that right? Hasbro?
No, isn't Hasbro a board game?
Yeah, but Hasbro is...
Harbo.
They're so good.
Okay, what color do you recommend?
Blue or purple.
Not pink.
I think they all taste alike, honestly.
Oh, they smell like a Smacker's chapstick.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god. They smell... I could just enjoy the smell. Okay.
The texture is so good.
I'm going purple. So I'm going to have to put these in our show notes.
Oh, darn it.
I'll look it up.
Look it up. They're like... Aren't they so good? Between the texture, the sugar on the top as it melts, yet you have the texture of the sugar. We're going to become food reviewers next. Candy. I'm all about candy. Can I tell you how expensive candy is right now?
Everything? Did I hear everything? Is that what you said?
Candy in particular? No, not in particular. Candy's one of the items that is, oh my God.
Okay, Easter's coming up. I've never been more excited for an Easter. I say it, no, I am
You
always...
love Easter.
I love Easter.
I do too. This will be a good one.
It's new. I've never seen these before.
Okay, so...
Do you want one before I close it?
You know what did it for me? Christina.
I know, her
Vlogmas and all her candy.
Chelsea Yarn's Vlogmas on YouTube. Go indulge if you're looking for a little bit of escapism, like we talked about last time. I know there are a lot of us out there right now. Dive into her world of Vlogmas. It is so good.
Because she's such a...
Now I'm going to have a jelly bean.
It was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Christina.
Happy birthday,
I
Christina!
don't know if that Christina watches.
I don't think she does, but happy birthday anyway.
Way too busy. But she orders... You know what I really want? It's like a nugget. Do you like nugget?
Is that like what's in a Milky Way? The caramel and the... I sure do.
I like the white squares with the jellied colors.
How do you know of all of this?
They're old.
Where do you find it?
I don't know. We need a candy store in St. Albans. We're getting lots of nice new stores downtown, by the way.
Like what?
Like thrifty kind. Vintage. Just saying. Okay, let's move right into books.
Let's move into books. These were our emergency snacks, guys. The return of the emergency snack.
They're here. The snacks are here. Which reminds me, we have to talk about the weekend if you want me to make a yummy dessert.
What's the weekend again?
We're going to see Grace, aren't we?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. We're here. Those can be, I do love them.
I have to give them to you because I'll just keep going.
Okay, reading. I've been doing a lot of audiobooks. But, so I write down my book. I'm trying. It's February. By March, I'll stop.
Okay.
So at the beginning of every month, I keep track of my books. So, audiobook, The Wedding People. I loved it. It was so much fun. Now, as I'm saying this, just go to your Libby app. Reserve them at your library. That's what I do for most of these. The Wedding People, The Light We Lost. What was that about?
I haven't read that one, but I remember you telling me about it.
I have no idea what that was about.
I don't know either.
I had no idea. I think I liked it.
She read it. You read it. You finished it.
I finished it.
You wrote it down.
I'm still reading The Blue Sisters.
Not into it.
It's just me. Don't judge the book by me. It's me right now. 5 pages a night.
I feel like
I know who's who, so that's a good.
It's a win.
Yeah.
The barrier to entry is a lot lower.
I'm very curious about The Life We Lost. The Life We Bury. I actually had it already in my audiobooks.
In Audible?
In Audible, yep.
Interesting, okay.
Let me think. Oh, I liked it. Again, nothing I've been reading is The Women. Nothing.
I can't wait for the book of the year.
Same.
Because there's always one or two.
February. Come on, get on it. Okay, so that's that. So far this year I have read 4, 5, I'm on Book 11.
Mother of Pearl.
Mother of Pearl. Okay, so I'm reading the Blue Sisters, and it's good.
It's fine.
It's good. But I'm listening to, and I've already read it, but now I'm listening because the library had it, Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune.
It's so good.
It's a great listen. I would encourage you to listen versus read that one.
Interesting.
I really would, because it's so funny in some ways. It's so good. It's just so good.
I like all of his audiobooks are narrated very well.
Very well.
Very
I actually looked because I thought, is that Dan Levy?
Oh,
it's not. Oh, that would have made. Oh my God, I would have died
if TJ and Dan teamed
were
up.
friends.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah. It isn't, but at times it sounds like him.
Interesting.
But whoever it is does change his voice
For the characters. I love that.
Not drastic, but well. It needs to be made into a movie. Please make it into a movie.
I feel like I say that about so many books. Like Abby Jimenez is one where all of her books,
I'm shocked.
she's got to be optioned soon. Like I can't believe they haven't, because she's gone viral so many times. Anyway,
She's good. I like her books.
she's good, and I just finished Part of Your World.
Did I read that?
You might have. It's about a woman who's a doctor, and a guy that lives in a very, very, very small town, and he's the mayor, but he's also kind of like it reminds me a lot of Schitt's Creek, the town that he's in. Like in just the way that everybody is like intimately involved with each other's lives, and anyway, their worlds collide. It's really good. It's a fun one. So I just finished that one. That was a fun read. I just started The Midwife of Auschwitz, I think.
Oh, you can do that right now?
I'm only one chapter in.
There's no way. I just hear the words and I can't read it.
I love a good World War II book. Right now. I'm one chapter in. I don't know. I started that. I got one chapter in, and then I downloaded a book to read, and I borrowed an audiobook. So
okay.
I have my escape routes if it feels too real.
I come from a book club that 80% of what we read was World War II.
I remember you telling me this. That would be too much for me.
I fought it all the way. Like, guys, we need something else. Like, I really banned them. I became the joke of the book club. Now, not even possible.
I read like one or two a year historically.
Did you listen to or read The Nightingale?
Yes.
That was
one from last year that I read.
I loved that. And I listened to that and loved it.
Yeah.
We are now a book channel.
We do it all here, folks.
We do it all.
So, started that one. I also have, what's the one I just started reading last night? I was really excited about it.
Now, this is interesting. I listen and I read. So I have one and one. There's no way I can have more than that.
Okay, so I have a physical book. I have a Kindle book. So that in the middle of the night, if I wake up, and then I have an audiobook. And the audiobook that I downloaded was 24 Seconds Later.
Ooh.
It's
was it a
short
freebie? Audible has freebies.
You're right. I got it through Libby.
Oh, okay. I love Libby.
And it's only 4 hours long. It's by Jason Reynolds.
Okay.
And so far the writing and the narrator together is just very beautiful and very soothing to listen to.
Okay. I've been very disappointed in Libby as far as...
Our network is not the greatest.
I still belong to my old one.
So Daly, my friend, still belongs to the one that she was in Colorado.
Yeah.
And she's like, I still borrow books from them.
All the time.
Ebooks, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
knows? Yeah.
So I'm not, what did I download and what did I start reading last night? I was really excited about it.
I will tell you, I am so into Audible right now, or ebooks. Is that what I want? Audiobooks.
Audiobooks, yeah.
Sorry. Because I'm kind of burnt out on most podcasts.
Same.
Just, not that I like or dislike them, I just feel kind of burnt out. And I love a good audiobook when I'm working or sitting knitting.
That's what I did last night. I was sitting there waiting for Justin to come up so we could watch Silo. And And I was like, oh, I could like just open my computer and put something up on YouTube. But literally the thought of doing that was just like, I just don't care that much. No. And so the first thing I saw on Libby, I popped in my AirPods and I pushed play and I just was knitting and it was so nice.
Relaxing. There's something different about it. I feel like I'm so visually stimulated, like stimulated visually. And it's just something about just giving all your attention to a voice.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah. Especially when the voice is good.
Yeah, I wish there was more available. I don't know why I have a harder time buying an audiobook than...
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's very strange.
I do get that.
Because in my mind, they're so expensive. But you know what?
It's the same thing, and way more work has gone into it, because not only has it now been written, it's also been read back.
And Kindle books are almost $15. When I started, they were $5.95.
I know.
I think that's...
I think Kindle Unlimited is the best bang for your buck if you're going to have Kindle.
It is a good one, because some of those books also get right into your Audible library. Did you know that?
I actually noticed that yesterday when I downloaded whatever book it was that I downloaded that I cannot think of.
Our brains are...
I remember. Frederick
Bachman's?
Yes, Beartown, which is a whole series.
I've read.
It starts off so...
It's a whole series?
There's 3 of them. 3 Beartown books.
Really?
I'm wondering if it's like Abby Jimenez, where it's like the same characters appear, but they might not all be...
That would be interesting. I read... Wait, that's not Frederick Bachman.
Frederick... Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, I think so.
Beartown? Why did I think that was... Isn't he The Man Called Ove?
Yeah.
That's it!
What?
That book that I couldn't remember. It reminded me of A Man Called... Oh,
it's a series too. Yeah, Frederick Bachman. Beartown.
That is so weird. I had no idea it was him.
But apparently, I just discovered it's a series. Look at that.
Oh, on TV?
Yeah.
I think I've watched it.
Well, now when I'm done, I'm gonna watch it.
Sorry, we're learning
There's
so
a lot
much
happening.
Again, we need to get a life.
We need to get a life.
We need to get a life.
It's on HBO. Okay, we'll see.
I feel like we watched it. Dad and I.
I'm excited.
I'm almost positive. But The Light, I wish I could remember what that book was about.
The Light We Lost or whatever?
Yeah, because it reminded... Oh no, never mind. That was The Wedding People.
There's too much going on in our
Time
brains.
to go.
Gotta go, y'all. But...
Okay.
I did want to mention, because somebody noticed my Aura ring.
Yes.
I do have an Aura ring. I do love it. I was influenced by Christina.
I was going to say Christina. Yarns. I'm kind of wanting one.
I'm loving it. I've had it since about Christmas time. I think right before Christmas I got it. Really like it. The one thing I wanted to say on the podcast that is very relevant to anybody watching and considering buying one.
I wonder if Christina knows. She must.
I think she does, because I noticed in one of her vlogmases that we were just talking about, she was sitting there knitting at her table and the ring was right next to her.
Sure. She knows.
Take it off if you're knitting, because it is going to think you're an ultra marathoner.
That sounded, when you said take it off when you're knitting it, it felt like something ominous would happen if
your fingers will fall off. No, because it's going to, anytime you move your hand, it thinks you're running or walking. And so it'll think that you walked like 15 miles. How do I know this? How do I know this? From experience. So it was like, your cardio capacity is extremely good. I was like,
but I haven't moved all day long.
So get it. It's wonderful. It tracks your sleep, tracks your stress, tracks everything. But take it off when you're knitting or crocheting.
I feel like if I put one on, there would be a message. Alarm, alarm, go to the nearest hospital.
It's only 4 minutes down the road. You can walk.
That's just the ambulance.
Damn it.
They could get me though.
They could.
All right.
All right, everyone. Well, that's the reason I put my knitting down. I figured y'all would want to know. I didn't want to leave it here. So
the next time you see us, you will get Advent information, which,
we're so excited. Until then, enjoy your knitting. Enjoy all your entertainment. Get out and go for a walk in the cold, because I'm going to try and do that more often. Justin just sent me a picture of the girls. They're out on a walk right now.
I love that they love going walking.
They don't. Oh, he forces them. Although he says that they're crushing this walk right now.
I thought they enjoyed it.
They do when they do.
And they don't when they don't.
But when I am home, if I am not going on the walk,
Oh, they don't want to go, of course.
they're like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But anyway.
That's so good for them.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here and
Thank
for
you.
supporting us.
Next time you see us, there's a
Maybe
chance
we'll be wearing them.
we'll be wearing them.
What if we're wearing
Mine
them
might be
next
too
time?
big.
Your sweater will take up 90%. I'll just kind of be
like,
poking it.
yep, I finished.
I did it.
Oh my Lord.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Have a great couple weeks. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to widen our exposure to the making community. We adore you all. Needles up.
Needles up.
Bye.
Bye. I hope that recorded.
It did.